Computer's doing something weird. Okay, we're good? We good? I think we're still recording. We're gonna find out afterwards.
3, 2, 1, bro.
What a dubba do, everybody. My name is Nick Murphy. I'm one half of the brothers Murph, and this is Board Game Boom 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 Highlight. It keeps getting more and more like intense, and it doesn't need to be. It doesn't even make sense. Why am I still leaning this way? Board Game Highlight is a weekly segment where Mike or I take a game off the shelf behind us and we highlight it for you. And what that means is we just talk about why we like it so much, why it's on the shelf behind us. We pop open the game, take a little look at the components and how it plays. But mostly it's just why we own it and why we love it so much. And this week we are taking a look at boom, Sposs Boss. Sposs Boss is a game by John D. Clare, who is a lovely human and a wonderful designer. And Sposs Boss is a card buying, tableau building kind of game with some dice where you activate certain cards based off what dice you and other people roll. It's a really great game with a cool kind of spacey look. Sposs Boss, not Space Base. Space Base is the incorrect pronunciation. That is proven by John D. Clare. He has written, I believe he wrote his thesis on it. So let's take Sposs Boss, let's crack open the box and take a little look about why I love it so much. Sposs Boss. Hello, my name is Sposs Boss. Look at my boss. There's no space bases on. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, there's one right there. That was a ship. So this here is Sposs Boss. So it's a very colorful game. I actually like how colorful it is. It's very, very pretty. And then the tableau makes a continuous starscape, I guess, that I think is really, really cool. And all the cards are these really like long, skinny cards because they fit in your space station, your Sposs Boss. So as I said, it's a card buying, tableau building game. You're building out your tableau here and you're buying new cards that are all up here and you're putting them into your tableau here. But as you can see, your tableau already starts with 12 cards. They're numbered 1 through 12. And the reason it's 1 through 12 is because each turn you're gonna be rolling 2 die and the values you potentially get are 1 through 12. I know that seems like it doesn't make sense because you think it'd be 2 through 12, but I'll explain how it can happen in a moment. So each of these cards has a couple of different things on them. In the top right corner, it has a number 1 through 12, and that's essentially what slot it could go into. And then the blue part here is what you'll get if you roll this number on your turn. And then the red side here is what you get if you upgrade that slot, because throughout the game, you're gonna be getting new cards. And the card that's already there is going to get taken out, replaced by the new one, but then it's going to get flipped over and put behind your Sposs Boss here. And now the red little tab that's sticking out the back, this is something that you get if other people roll those values. So it's a really great, wonderful game because you're always engaged, because when you're rolling, you obviously get stuff, but then as you populate the back of your Sposs Boss, more and more numbers and more values start getting populated that trigger when other people roll them. You're always engaged in what's happening because no matter who's rolling the dice, it matters for you because if they roll an 11 and then I have an 11 back here, boom, I'm going to get 5 coins. Bam. And that's awesome. So that's the general crux of the game is you're rolling dice on your turn to activate the general cards in your tableau here, and then you're getting money, and then you're using that money to buy better cards, and then you're taking the old cards, putting them in the back, and those start activating on other people's turns. So what do some of the cards do? There are 3 tiers of cards that you can buy from, 1, 2, and 3. The 2s are better than the 1s, the 3s are better than the 2s. And then there are some of these permanent cards here that I'll go over in just a moment. Now, most of them, as you can see, give you money. So when you roll, depending on what you roll, you get to activate that card. Now, the cool thing about when you roll, in this case right here, I rolled a 9. But you can activate your 9 card, or you can activate your 3 and your 6 card. So depending on what you have in your tableau, you may change what you want to do. And no matter what roll that's for, if you're the one rolling and you're activating the blues, or if someone else is rolling and you're activating the reds in the back of your Sposs Boss, you always get to choose if you want to do the value of both of them together or if you want to separate them and do each of those separately. The cool thing is because you can always choose one or the other. You don't have to choose the value of both of them. If you put an upgrade back behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, that means every single roll, no matter who is rolling what, you're always going to get to activate something in the back of your Sposs Boss. And that is super cool. That is generally my goal in the game. It's like, first thing I want to do is go 1 through 6 and upgrade all of them. Even if it's a really crappy, really simple level 1 upgrade, nothing fancy or special at all. It just means that every single turn, my turn or someone else's, I'm always getting something. And that's so cool and so engaging and so exciting. You're always like, yeah, oh, 6, boom, I have 2 6s. Because sometimes the back end of your space is, my apologies, I said space, Sposs Boss. Sometimes the back end of your Sposs Boss is actually more powerful than the front end of it. As you buy more cards, if I bought another 7 card like this 7 card right here, this right here would then go behind this one. So whenever someone else rolls a 7, you activate everything in that slot. Every single thing. You could have 20 cards back there if you wanted to. So again, as I said earlier, let's get into a little bit of the cards. Most of them, as I said, give you money. So it's great because you could have a ton of money and really buy whatever you want when it comes to your turn. But here's the catch. Once you buy one thing, no matter the cost, your money here is going to go all the way back down to 0. Even if you buy a level 1 card that costs you $2 and I have $15, boom, goes down to 0 every single time. So you have to decide, is it worth it? Should I buy something big or should I buy something big, but there's nothing really good out here for me that fits in my kind of tableau and the way that I'm building my strategy? Or should I buy something small and like burn like $10? Or let's say it's the other way around where like on my turn, I roll a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't give me any money and then no one hits anything and I have like $5. I'm like, you know what? I don't need this kind of money. I'm freaking rich in spirit. So what you can do is on your turn, not buy anything. If you don't buy anything, your money stays where it is and then continues to grow. But again, the second you buy something, boop, it goes back down to 0. So a lot of the cards are these yellow discs that just give you money. Another card is the green track right here, which is shown by this little green planet here, and that is income. And what that means is that your minimum money is where your income's at. So if your income goes up to 5 and then your money's up here and you buy something, it doesn't go back down to 0, it would go back to 5. It just goes back to where your income is. And having that is really, really nice. And it gives you a really big jump start to trying to buy some of these really expensive permanent cards. And then ones with this little rocket ship symbol right here that has a number in it, whenever you roll that and activate that, you just get that many points. The game will actually end once someone reaches, boom, 40 points. Once someone reaches 40 points, we finish out that round, and then whoever has the most points wins. So people can go over 40, but again, when someone hits 40, that's what triggers the end of the game. I'm not going to go through every single card in the game, but I will go through a couple other things. On this 7 card that I got, there are arrows. There's arrows both on the red part that activates on other people's turns, and then also on the blue part. What that means is that if I rolled a 7, like conveniently I have right here, I would get 1 money because of the 1, but then I also get to activate the card to the right of this. So I get to activate my 8. And this is something I've liked to do in this game, and I've seen a lot of people utilize really, really well, whereas they will build up one number like crazy. They will have an insanely powerful like number 8, and they'll get a 7 card that then points to the 8, and they'll get a 9 card that also points to the 8 in the other direction. So if they're rolling a 7, an 8, or a 9, they get to activate their big honking part of their city and their Sposs Boss. And that is super cool and super, super fun because it's just like, you're like, no matter what you do, I'm getting all that cash, gonna get all that scringe, gonna get all that my money, girl, yeah. And there are lots of cards that have these little boxes on them. You can see these little boxes all over the place, and there's one right here, and this is one of the more common ones, so I'll explain this one. But this little box right here is what these clear cubes over here are for. These are called charges. So whenever you roll this on your turn, you get to put a charge, boom, on there. And then on a later turn, when you roll, you can decide to take off this charge and then use this ability. And what this ability is, and there's a lot of different variations of this ability, but this essentially means you get to take the sum of the 2 dice and increase it by 1. And they do a whole bunch of other stuff, but I will explain one more card, because there's one card that I love it so much just for the sheer audacity of it. And this one, you need to charge it, depending on the player count, you need to charge it either 3 or 5 times. And that's on a 12, which means you would have to roll 3 to 5 12s on your turn. So you would have to roll 3 to 5 12s. But if you do, you win. Straight up. If you can do it, if you have the freaking stones to just go for it, and you actually do, you win the freaking lottery of dice rolls, and you roll 12, 12, 12, 12, 12. Then you can take all those charges, put them over here, and go, what up, player? I love that card. I don't know if anyone's ever actually done it. I've never seen someone do it. I've seen people try. I think John DeClaire himself has said he's never seen someone do it. But I love that it's there. I love that you can just be cheeky as all hell and be like, I'm going for it. So last thing to explain really is these cards right here. These are permanent cards. There's only 1 of each slot in the game. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up here to 12. Now, when you buy one of these cards, you can see they have the rocket ships, the victory points on them. Now, here's the catch with these, because they're just straight up points. These are permanent upgrades. And on top of that, they're one-time use. So when you buy one of these, like if I buy this 8 right here for 30 bones, I put it in here like I normally do. Bang, bang, this goes in the back. I get my 10 bones. Bang. Cool. Now this is done. My 8 spot is kaput. If I then roll an 8 on my turn, nothing happens. I don't get this 10 again. It's a one-time thing, a one-time buy, done. Now, the back end still works. So if someone else rolls an 8, I'm still good to go. But for me, the 8 is done. But it's a good way to get a ton of points, especially if you can start affording these really, really big, powerful ones. And that's pretty much the whole game. It's not a very complicated game. It's just wonderful. And here's the thing. I want to put this out there. I've never played Machi Koro. The reason I bring that up is because everyone compares this game to Machi Koro. Everyone says it's like Machi Koro, but good. Now I know it's going to bother a lot of people because a lot of people love Machi Koro, but I've never played it, so I really have no say in that. But everyone says this is very, very much like Machi Koro, and that's cool, but I've also heard that it's a lot better than Machi Koro. So for me at least, I'm kind of like, cool, now I never need to play Machi Koro because we already have this. I like this game. I like how simple it is. I like how streamlined it is, how quick it is. It just goes all the way around. It can play 2 to 5. It's really great at all those player counts. It's just wonderful. I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating the same thing over and over again. I love this game. And I'm gonna say it again. It's just so darn engaging. You're always interested in what's going on. Maybe I should ask this game to marry me because it's I'm always so engaged. This game's so engaging. So that is it. That is gonna be Sposs Boss, baby. Hi, other Nick. Hey there, Nick. You know why I'm here. What do you mean? Why do you keep saying it like that? You mean Sposs Boss? It's Sposs Boss. Everyone knows that it's Sposs Boss. Space. 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 This is so dumb. Space. Is this bit working? Quality entertainment from the brothers Murph. So I don't know whether you say space or Sposs Boss. It's Sposs Boss. Get it right. I just love it. I love this game so much. It's just, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's so dang good. I love it so much, and it's just mwah, voila. So that is going to be it for me here on Board Game Highlight. Please make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already subscribed to it. And we did this one because someone asked us to talk about this one in the comments of the last Board Game Highlight, which was for Abyss. So we really love highlighting games that you all want us to highlight. So please, in the comments below, let us know what game you want us to talk about next, because there's a really high chance we'll probably pick it. But until next time, my name is Nicholas William Murphy, going full name today, and you have been checking out Sposs Boss with me here on Board Game Highlight. Have a good one. How's it going? Just want to let you know that we are sponsored by Restoration Games. Restoration Games make wonderful, wonderful games from the past and restore them for you. And everything we film, everything we play is on top of Game Toppers, which is a really wonderful way to upgrade your gaming experience. Go check out Restoration Games and Game Toppers LLC for more information. All right, cool. I feel like I need that one. Out. Okay.
Nick!
What is it, big face disheveled Nick?
Nick, I just want to let you know I really like French toast.
Cool. Cool. Thanks for letting me know.
Nick,
Yeah.
get rid of Mike.
What?
What? Why would you say that?